how'd you like Five Nights at Freddy's?
Well, I am an educator, believe it or not. And I try to keep up with what kids like and stuff. That way I know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But when you start having 5, 6-year-olds drawing these robot animals and telling you about how they kill their victims sometimes.
Children.
Yeah.
Right. Well, kind of.
Kinda.
Don't.
We're not getting into that. This is one of these things I just did not want to hear about a whole lot back in the day when it first started up, you know.
Yeah.
Then, like, you know, Matt Pat's.
A game theory.
All of his FNAF stuff. And I'm like, I'll never play these games. I hate jump scare games.
Here's the thing. I liked watching theories about FNAF.
Yeah.
For like the first 4 or 5 videos.
But like there's
now
like 20.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And I know some FNAF fans are standing by this movie like it's tried and true. It just wasn't my cup of tea, guys. At some points, I think I had some kind of hope that it would get better, maybe. But in my eyes...
Ooh, child, things gonna get better.
And in my brain, it just wasn't clicking on for me.
Here's my issue with Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie, okay? I think Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie, could be a fantastic movie.
Yeah, it could.
I think it's got a great premise, a great idea. And even if they like leaned hard into the lore, I think it could be great.
Yeah.
And even if they didn't, I still think it could be great. The problem is this movie kind of doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah.
Like it tries to be campy and silly, and then it also tries to take itself serious and build lore. And like because it's straddling this line, just the feeling of the movie is just all over the place. And so like you never really know when something's supposed to be serious and when something's supposed to be silly. And like, you know, in a movie where like a cupcake can kill somebody, like it should probably just be silly, or let's like
scary as crap.
Yeah, exactly. And like I feel like a lot of it they were trying to push the lore just to appease the fans, which is fine. I mean, that's a valid way to go about it, you know? I mean, the fans are the ones that made FNAF into this huge cultural phenomenon. They obviously got it to open to $70 million. So, I mean, like, play into the fans. That's fine. That's a totally valid way to go about it. But just from, like, an outsider's perspective or whatever, it wasn't... Like, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but I just did not care for it.
Yeah. I was, like, excited whenever it showed, like, the credits at the beginning, who all's in it.
Yeah.
And it said Mary Stuart Masterson. And I was like, holy crap. That chick was in Fried Green Tomatoes and Benny and June and a bunch of movies back in the 90s.
Yeah.
That part, I was like, ooh, I wonder who she's going to be, you know?
I don't even remember.
She's the aunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought for the most part, how they did the robots.
The animatronic.
Yeah. I think they looked really good. I'm sorry. I keep on hearing that like echo around. It's like messing with me.
I did not think they looked good. I'll be honest.
I thought they did.
I thought like they didn't look like what you would see in a Chuck E. Cheese. They didn't look like what you'd see in Disney World. But they didn't look fake like CG either. Yeah. They just looked off. I can't really put my finger on it what it was, but like they almost look too good and also too crappy at the same time. Like I feel like they should have been more rundown. They should have been more kind of crappy looking.
Yeah.
You know. I mean considering that Freddy's is like an old rundown place.
Yeah.
You know. And like in some parts they do look like that, but in other parts they look like
brand spanking new.
Like I mean, just like this poster. I mean, like they just I don't know. They look like cartoon characters.
The Jim Henson Company
did the animatronics.
Wow.
Oh man,
that's not.
I mean,
good on them.
Yeah. It's just that.
That's probably why I liked it.
It's not. I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. It's not that they. For the story, for what it's going for, I just felt like their like color palette wasn't matching tonally with the movie. Which, granted, the movie's tone was everywhere, but I mean, like that, you know, it didn't look.
Yeah.
I can't really describe it honestly. I can't say exactly what it is. It just didn't fit. I don't know. That's the best I can give it.
That's the best.
You know, like something like Dark
Did
Crystal.
they look like people in suits and not like metal robots? The thing is, this is how my brain perceived it. Like, I didn't know that the premise of FNAF was that people could fit inside of them. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like a person can fit into them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like Foxy, like it's got a metal leg, like there's nothing covering it. Yeah. So like you see the metal on that one more than the other ones.
And they look. I really wish I could figure out the best way to articulate this. Like they just don't. They look. Like the fur is like too rounded off, and like you know when you have like if you see Mickey Mouse at Disney World, okay, like it looks like it has texture.
Yeah.
These look like they didn't have texture. It almost looked like a PS2 character. Like it was just a little too smooth. I don't know. I didn't really get vibes of like, oh, that's a dude in a suit. I didn't really get vibes for that. You know, like it definitely never broke itself as being like I never broke from the reality that they were animatronics.
Okay, just looking at this picture alone, zoomed in.
Yeah, like that's the picture.
It, to me, it's given me, which they did the first two movies of the Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah,
that's why it because of how segmented their outfits are.
Yeah,
that's what's putting me in mind of is the Turtles.
Yeah, whereas but tonally, the Turtles fit in that movie.
Yeah,
like in that world that they've made, and this one
they don't.
Like they almost look too clean.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't just mean
except
like
for
dirty.
Chica.
I just mean like the way that they're designed.
Yeah, Chica's
anyway.
Disgusting.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Matt, are you saying they look like freaking Teletubbies? I mean, you're not off. Honestly. Like if you put the heads on there, like replace the faces, yeah. Honestly, that's probably not the worst example. That might be pretty close. Like, yeah, seriously, like the fur. Like Freddy's fur, that's actually way closer to what it looks like to me. Anyway, that's so weird.
Felt.
Oh no, it's not like Muppets though. Like they don't look like Muppets. It's like it's a.
No, I meant like the texture. Like it's felt.
Muppets are felt.
I know, but
That's what I'm saying. They're not like Muppets, so it's not felt.
I know what you mean by that description.
Yes.
What I am saying is they used felt on the whole costume.
Okay.
And that's why it probably looks like it has zero texture to it.
Okay.
And like I know like Kermit, for example, he is mostly made of felt.
Yeah.
But yet Kermit
texture.
He probably has like what? I don't know if this is true or not. Heavier thread count of felt on Kermit. I don't know.
Let's get out of this. Let's get out of it. Like now we're talking about thread count of felt. Like I feel like we've said all we need to say here. Maggie, will you give a second Five More Nights at Freddy's another chance?
No.
Wow.
I don't know. I wasn't wild about it.
No, I mean I wasn't either. I probably wouldn't either. Unless we're doing this still when it comes out and we're like, let's see what it has for us. I'd maybe do it for that.
Boo, no.
Yeah. I'm not excited for another one. I mean, now, granted, I don't know. They could maybe do something. I just feel like they just didn't know what the hell they were doing.
No.
They didn't know what they were going for. All right. Let's move on.
Peacock's like, hey, guys, we got an IP video game. Let's do it.
Well, Jason Blum wanted this.
Well, I mean that makes sense.
Well, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like they sought it out. They wanted to do it.
Yeah, but like to have him,
Jason Blum?
yeah,
Yeah.
with his hands on it, I'm just shocked that the story wasn't any better or flowed any better.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. I really think that
I'm shocked.
I really think they weighed their possible box office and decided the best move was to appease the fans. That they were going to make more appeasing fans than if they tried to get it towards like general audiences. And like that's fine. That's a valid choice. But I think that's why it was just kind of off.
Eric in chat says, in Willy's Wonderland, Nicolas Cage didn't say a word throughout that whole movie. Insane.
We need to watch this.
What?
Yeah.
I've seen the trailer for
Yeah. We need to watch it.
in theaters. Saw the trailer.
I will say it wasn't scary.
Mm-mm.
And I didn't feel like the set pieces really took full advantage of what they were setting up. Like
you know what I was hoping for?
There was like one segment in the middle that kind of got to use like the setting pretty good,
Yeah.
but other than that, like I really feel like it didn't
I
really
was
do
hoping
much.
for like first person view.
No, boo! What? No,
Like
God.
they did at the end of Doom.
Yeah, that's why. No, that's terrible, Maggie. That's terrible.